Alright folks, this video I'm going to do a couple things here. One, we're going to take the Vetroo V5 off of the Aorus Z690i ultralight. We are going to troubleshoot an issue I have with one of the M.2s not working. So we'll take that out, and then we'll also install, just for this video folks, the Eclipse LGA 1700 that I got. It was about $23. So let's get this out of here. Now that one did not come with thermal paste pre-applied, so we'll put some thermal paste down, and I'm just going to get the Vetroo V5 out of here. Why am I making this video? Well, one, to demonstrate hopefully another CPU cooler that fits with this. Of course, if you are putting a unlocked CPU i7, i9 in here, you probably do not want to put the next CPU cooler in here. It's only rated at 95 watt TDP, and so really not honestly ideal. Not ideal at all for the bigger CPUs, right? Especially if you mess with the power limits. Now, let's say you have the i9-12900 and you were going to turn off turbo boost and leave power limits at default. Then you could get away with that CPU cooler. Oops. Don't want to drop the Phillips. And voila. So pretty good spread on that one, I must say. I'm going to clean this up real quick. I will spare you from that. So I ended up buying another stick of DDR5 RAM, which we're not going to get to see in this video because it hasn't been delivered yet. It'll be delivered sometime later today. One with a faster speed, single stick. I may, just for the heck of it, I've been thinking about comparing the 5600 8 gig to 2 sticks of 4800. Let's see, we got 2 screws. So this is basically, this video is also going to demonstrate how you would uninstall, install, whichever way you want to look at it, the M.2s for this. And another thing, before we even get into this, I wanted to see if my new CPU cooler will actually fit in there. Because if it doesn't, then we won't be demonstrating that aspect. This thing's pretty squared up. And lo and behold, folks, will it fit? Yes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? So that's going to fit in there. Very tight, though. It's kind of scary, actually. The Chinese there, they actually did a good job on that one. So we do have some extra tape on here that I've left. I would suggest removing it. Alright, so I could have sworn the directions said potentially don't install SATA in these M.2s. So first one, I'm going to take this out of here. I'm going to put a different one in here, but we'll show you that. So all I did was take that screw out, right? And then let us find another M.2. We're going to eventually put this in. Let's take this out. Now, originally to get this out, folks, to get to the other M.2, you will find this HD audio cord cable stuck in here, okay? You have to pull that out, and next thing you know, you'll be able to pop this up, hopefully. There is one screw holding it in right here. Take that out. Otherwise, you ain't getting anywhere, just like I did. Okay, now you should be able to pop this up. There we go. And it's going to pop in 2 places. And voila. So on the other side is M.2. And basically, folks, one we'll just do this in reverse order. So if I took that out, if I wanted to install it, boom, I took that screw out, okay? Now let's put it all back together again. I'm going to put that in there, and this is where this actually gets tough, putting these little M.2s in here. If you don't have a good magnetic Phillips, and I don't have a good one, then we hopefully get that in there. And you know what? We just dropped it, folks. Way to go, right? So I could spend 10 minutes screwing around with this. But the whole thing is, if you don't have a good magnetic screwdriver, this is really tedious pain in the you-know-what. Now you'll find some of the motherboards have these little special screws on them. Probably all patented. And they are real nice. So for some reason that's not screwing all the way down. Alright, so that's in. Now the other side, basically we're going to do the same thing. Feed this in. And this one isn't NVMe. The one I pulled out was SATA. So this should work. If it doesn't, you know where this motherboard's going. Right back to them, right? And hopefully we get that in there. Without cross-threading. Alright, so we're good there. I'm going to put this thing back in. I want to keep this cable completely out of the way. And this has to be oriented the right way. And we need this to snap twice. If we can get it in. Cable might be in the way. Bring the cable in that way. Snap. Okay, it's in. This cable, put that over there. All right, now put this back in. And we have 2 long screws. We'll try and work those in. Just make sure we lined it up, which it doesn't look like it's lined up. Great. Looks like it's in there, right, folks? Drop that one in. There we go. Alright, so hopefully they're lined up. And we have to find... We did forget one thing, folks. Our other screw. We took a screw out of the other piece. And honestly, it almost seems unnecessary, but here's this one, okay? And it's going to go in this spot right here. And you should be able to see that. So you can take that out after the fact, like I did. Ideally, you would have put it in before you put the heatsink back. But yours truly occasionally misses something. Then we've got this little itty bitty screw. It almost looks like another M.2. If you lose them, hey, you're set, right? Alright, so the one thing we didn't take off earlier was the base plate. These base plates are probably pretty similar. So this guy here is the one that came with the Vetroo V5. It's more symmetrical than this guy. And so, put that aside. Normally, you would take the tape off, right? I'll probably, like I said, sell this at some point. And amazingly, this one is doesn't have the cutout in it, so it looks like we could actually put it in either way. And hopefully that'll stay in there. Alright, let's orient this so you guys can see me put this in. Now, we may have to get the instructions out. So at this point, when I say we have to get the instructions out, we need some thermal paste on here. And I always look at the bottoms of these. This one's circular, so I'm going to put my diameter in the middle, and it should hopefully spread out. If it was a rectangular cooler, I might put a bunch of different little dots on it. So ideally, we'll have these cables coming off over on this side. All right. We have the 4-pin, which is going to line up over here, and somewhere on here, hopefully there is a ARGB. So let's go ahead and drop this in and hope it lines up and actually does fit. Now I definitely like, you know, over the Intel model, we definitely like having threaded posts. So hopefully, folks, we are making contact. Basically, I'm going to go around here and tighten these all down and hope that they are indeed going into the holes. So far, it looks like I've only got one threaded, 2 threaded now. So you may have to work a little bit to get these in. And from previous experience with Vetroo, these guys, when you have them all in, you won't be able to turn this anymore. So I'm not sure that one's in, but let's go ahead and tighten the other ones down, and we'll come back to it. So this is going to be, alright, so that one's good for sure. This is going to be a nice little unit if this CPU cooler does indeed work in all aspects. 2 fully down. And I just lifted some weights. Surprisingly today I actually did some work on the forearms and the biceps, and this, I'm actually feeling this little workout I'm getting from tightening this up. And then we have one left, and hopefully this one is indeed lined up and going in, and we're not just wasting our time here. You don't want to have just 3 out of 4, right? You need to have all 4. And so this one is just rotating around in circles. So I don't think I think we're going to have to do some work here, folks. Alright, so what I had to do was loosen up this one and this one. And finally, we got this thing to line up. So we're good there. Alright. I'm going to tighten these back up. This is a little easier when it's in a, you know, full ATX where you can actually see the screw lined up with the hole. Alright, now connections. 4-pin is up over here. Make that connection. And you may have to come back with some ties to tie these off. And then over here, this is a RGB. If it isn't, it is now. Just kidding. Alright, that actually fits, so, and it looks like an ARGB. Did you guys even see that? Oh my god, I don't even think you saw it. Try that again. Right here, folks. So you have another fan header ARGB right there, okay? You want to make sure this is lined up the right way. So from this view, the second pin from the right is missing a pin. So boom. So that goes in nice and easy. You don't want to bend those. So folks, now all we have to do is turn this thing on, all right? Moment of truth. Turn our power supply on. And, uh-oh. Where's the lights? Where's the lights, folks? So far, it's only one color. It is lit up, though. So, potentially, I may have to get into the software, either BIOS or software that comes with your Aorus motherboard to adjust that. But the fact it lights up is a good sign. You know, a lot of times these things default to some kind of color pattern, but maybe this one's just a dull, you know, white purplish color. But hey, there you go, folks. There is the installation. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.